hashtag gratitude, because I just feel like I have been absolutely overly blessed today by you. And so if I get emotional, we'll just go with it. We'll just flow with it. We'll let it go. But I started looking at my weekend, and I will be 100% honest that I was incredibly having some anxiety, some anticipation that I was going to have a hard time making it through the weekend because I was really tired, and it's been a really long week. And I saw my schedule today, and I allowed myself, hello, Lisa, I allowed myself to get overbooked. And so I was kind of not dreading what I had going on my plate, but I definitely had more than what I would normally want to chew off in one bite. So when I got up this morning, hello, Ree, how are you? When I got up this morning, I initially just, in part of my morning, relaxing, breathing, which I don't have time to do. So I'm literally doing this in my shower. I'm bringing on my intention for the day. And I'm telling myself, I really need to connect with my clients on a deep level. I really want to bring them the most beautiful healing that they can have. I really want to help them clear out whatever's going on. And I need to connect with my own inner strength to get the energy to do this, because I didn't want to cancel any of my appointments. I didn't want to have anyone. I'm on here still every morning. Where are you? So I didn't want to cancel any appointments, and so I set my intention for the day. And I had so many. I'm going to actually look back, because if I look at people's names, then I'll remember everything that kind of popped up. Yes, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions today, which for me, hey, I'd be sleeping past when I go live too. I'm not going to lie. I had 6 sessions today, which is a lot for me on a weekend. And initially I started and I just connected just beautifully with my client. She's not someone I've ever done a session on before. So I usually have to do some clearing myself before I work on a client that I've never met and never done anything with, because I want to have a great energy connection. So I love you. So I start talking to her, and she just starts telling me how she's been reading a book and how she just loves this woman's energy. And she's like, she just reminds me of you. I just love her. She's so funny and just so doesn't care what anyone thinks, just puts it out there. And so right off the bat, I'm like, man, I'm so glad that I'm doing my session. And I start feeding off of my clients as much as I'm giving them back, right? This beautiful energy of this person and her gratitude, and she's just great. And so she was so thankful for everything that we were doing. Like every imbalance we released, you could just tell she was feeling it. It was great. So, it was a beautiful, super great way to start the day. And so then I move on to my next client. And I usually put some gaps in between my sessions, right? Because I got to check on my 5-year-old and get some water and, all that kind of stuff. And so my sessions are back to back, and I'm just like, oh, so I'm working with a client that she was just in a really bad spot. It's probably when I'm going to get emotional. So one of the beautiful parts about doing this is the ability to connect with people in other countries. And sometimes we don't realize how amazing we have things here. For those of you that are in the United States, or even just, I know there are people still in our country that are struggling with things, but it's always an eye-opening experience for me when I start working with a client that is, I'm about to have a herd of kids come ripping through the door, by the way. So when I start listening to some of the things that they've gone through as children, or the limitations that they have in their country because they don't have the opportunities that we have, and it's very eye-opening. It's very humbling for me. And so last time I worked with this individual, we connected on a Facebook page, and she contacted me, and I squashed her into a spot on a session, and I could feel her vibrational energy. I call this your personality vibration. So it's the vibrational energy that you're giving off like right immediately before we go diving in. And I could feel that. And her, Stetson, I'm live.
Sorry.
Welcome to my world. So we're just gonna shut the door. Hey, you know what? I will never, ever pretend that my house is not chaos, because it is. And you should, just know that. We live it, we own it, we roll with it. Okay. So as I'm working with this client, I'm picking up her personality, and she's vibrating on a really low level. She's in a bad place. And I want so much to help her. And so we do our session, right? I don't know how well you could hear that nice little word. So I'm kind of hoping it was muted a little bit, but if not, hey. So then, so I work with her, I help her out, and she goes a week, and then we set up another appointment. And so I meet with her today, and her energy level is on a whole nother plane. Like right off the bat, I can feel her. She's just, right? The last time I met with her, I was like, oh, this girl's in a dark place, and I'm thinking to everyone that I have, that whatever your higher power, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever that is for you, I'm like in so praying for this to have I need outside help. Like this is above and beyond being able to lift some people out of some tough spots sometimes. And so I met with her today, and it was beautiful. I just, when you come to me on your session and you're broken, and I feel it, and I know how much you're hurting, and you've lost connections with people that you need, or you're really struggling because you want to have a relationship with your mom, or your life is falling apart, you're a mom or a dad, and you're not connected with your kids anymore, and you don't know what to do, and you're at the end of your rope, and you're literally seconds away from, I'm just going to say it. You're either seconds away from taking your life, or you're about to just get in the car and drive off and not come back and leave it all. When I meet with you and you're in that situation and you're in that spot, and I'm praying with every ounce of my soul that I can do something to make a difference in your life in that hour that we meet, so that you have enough positive energy, enough positive vibration to help you make it to the next time that we can meet. And then I meet with you 7 days later, and you're like a whole different person. And now you have hope, and now you have this beautiful energy about you. And now you're telling me that you had your mom connect with you, or your spouse, or your significant other, or one of your kids has reached out to you and you're talking again, or something beautiful has happened for you at your job, or whatever it is, right? That's just done this big, what I call energy shift. There is nothing that fills my cup, literally. And you guys are actually sitting in a cup right now. You're on my selfie stand sitting in a cup that says "Be kind," and it has a bee on it. So it's fitting. There is nothing that fills my cup more. And I love it. It just, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than doing a session with someone that was so close to just, and I heard it from multiple people today. I think everybody's struggling a little. I'm not really sure what it is. I think you can't blame the moon. I don't really know, but I've seen a lot of people really struggling lately. So to just hear a couple of people in sessions today say, you've given me some hope. You've given me some hope to keep going. You've given me some hope to try to know that, I can heal, right? I had someone say, I can get better, right? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can get better. In fact, you have all the power in the world to get better. All I am here to do is to help you a little bit so that you can get better, so that your body, because your body is the one that heals, not me. Your body is the one that can fix itself. I'm just the little key that's helping your body to make that connection so that you can heal. So that's why I wanted to come on here, because it was such a beautiful day. And like I said, initially I went in just kind of dreading my day because there was so much going on and so many. I'm so far behind on my client notes. So if you're one of my clients and I owe you notes, I promise I haven't forgot about you, and I appreciate your patience. So I had to come on because I needed a moment. I need a moment to tell you how grateful I am for all of you. Someone asked me about my journey, and I said, I don't know. I started doing a social media page back in 2017, I think. And I mean, it just has been a journey. And I remember having like 5 people following me. And then I just kept trying to show myself who I was, my crazy personality, right? My crazy socks. I just have witch socks on today. I am wearing striped orange and black socks. Last time I showed you my socks, my kid made so much fun of me because I almost fell down. And he's like, why didn't you just take your socks off, right? Because I tried to like put my foot up on the desk. But I had a client come in my office today, and she has not seen me on Facebook. And here's my socks. You can't really see the orange, but because of the lighting. But I told her, I said, so this is me. This is my inner child. Introduce myself. Oh, I have something really cool to show you guys. I'm going to show you. Hold on. My sock is all jacked up. Okay. So remember that I told you that my grandma passed away? So my grandpa, he passed away a few years ago. And I have to show you this. You're going to love it. Okay. Okay. So because my grandmother passed away, I mean, we're all emotional, right? Anyways, right now. So this is just perfect little icing to the cake. So when my grandpa was in the Navy, and he was training to be a pilot. So he had got his wings and he was about to be sent off. And then the war ended. So he ended up being able to go home. But he did get his wings. So when I graduated from pilot training, my grandpa came to Texas and he pinned my wings on. So it's a ceremony that you do in the military, and you have to have someone pin your wings on, and that person can be a prior military member. So it was so beautiful. My grandpa came and pinned my wings on. So one of the, yes, I can't even think of the word, traditions is that you give your first set of wings, you break them in half, okay? And you give half of your wings to someone else. So these are my wings that I broke in half and gave half of to my grandpa. So I'm going to read this to you. Since man started flying, he has taken to the air with a certain amount of risk. To counter peril, a tradition was established years ago when the Army Air Corps started issuing pilot wings to their aviators. This tradition was called breaking of the wings. At every UPT graduation, the Air Force issues new pilots their first wings. As tradition has it, that first pair should never be worn by the pilot. To bring good fortune through their aviation career, the novice pilot should break the emblem into 2 parts. One half is kept. I have tissues, because my clients cry. One half is kept by the new pilot, and the other half is given to someone of significance in their lives. To preserve that good luck, those 2 halves should only be brought together again in the next life for the promise of successful flight through eternity. So because my grandma just passed away and they cleaned out her house, then my mom, my parents gave that back to me. And I don't think that it really hit me until right now. But anyway, so I thought I would share it with you, for those of you that are like, really? And, you got to love the hairdo, but it's kind of similar. I know the glare is on it really good, but so here is, this is my graduation picture when I commissioned as an officer, and my grandparents must have put this together because I don't remember giving this to them. Then this is my patch. So when you go through pilot training, you get to design a patch. So we did Buffalo Wild Wings, but did Pilot Wild Wings. And then this is the training plane. It's backwards for me. This is the training plane that I flew, the Texan T6. And then this is the KC-135 that I flew after I graduated. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, this is something my grandpa must have put together because I didn't make this. And this KC-135 is actually like a printout off a computer. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so those are the beautiful things that I love. Sometimes when I'm working with clients too, like just because of my intuition, and I do have some abilities sometimes to connect with people that have passed away. And so it's always beautiful to connect. Like one of my clients today has a daughter that was on the other side. At first, I wasn't sure who she was, but it was her little girl. Probably it resonated with me a little bit, having lost my own little girl, but I told her that she definitely had a little girl on the other side. And, when I told her that, I said I could ignore it, but if I do, then it will keep bothering me. And so I can't not tell you that she's there. And so this woman, she was very touched by it. And she said that it brought her a lot of peace and that she felt that beautiful, touching feeling of love. And so it was really great. So, okay. Now, what, you want to see how you clear yourself? I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to do it. You can do it with me if you want, because it's kind of emotional. We'll all do it together. I'll show you how. Okay, here we go. So now that I've gotten all emotional, I'm going to relax. I'm going to start breathing in, right? We don't want to resist it. You breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and don't resist the way you're feeling, because what we resist persists, right? And then I love to do this thing where I'm going to imagine the top of my body, which is where the top chakra that you have is. You just bring in beautiful energy from whatever your higher source is. Bringing in beautiful energy from your chakra and letting it come down into your body as you let and release those emotions out through the bottom of your feet. And basically you're just clearing and replacing. And already, see that? So people are like, how do you get so emotional? How do you go from talking about your daughter to just being like, bam, and that's it, right? That's it. That's how you clear out an emotion. So had I have fought that and I just didn't let it come, then I would have become a trapped emotion, and I later would have had to schedule a session with myself to release it. So there you go. All right. I haven't posted it yet, but I will do a live on Monday night. I am doing in-person sessions. I'm doing remote sessions and in-person sessions. Don't everyone come flooding to my house, but yes, I am. So you get to come sit in my whimsical office. It's pretty cool though. Mostly my favorite thing in here is the peacock feathers, and that has a whole story behind it, right? But that's for another day, or you can go find it on YouTube. Okay. Anyway, I will be doing Soul Deliciousness on Monday night. I just forgot to post and advertise it, but I'll do something. I haven't really thought about what to talk about, but it'll come to me. And yeah, so I just had to come on. That was great. That was good therapy for me. I probably needed some release. So I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Okay, send me a message. I'm here. I'm working. I'm typing notes. Typing frantic session notes for clients because I know that I'm behind. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great rest of your night and a beautiful, I don't know what I was going to do. Turn